Yay, we're live. I quite enjoyed that countdown, even though I was super slow at counting it down. Hi, folks. Hello, folks. It is a Friday. It is the fourth Friday of, God, what month are we in? January? Yeah, it's the fourth Friday of January. This is a place to be. Uh, I would say so. I quite enjoy Sacred Voices, and I will be your MC for the night. Really quickly, some logistics. Sacred Voices has our open mics every fourth Friday of the month. So next open mic is, as I pull up my calendar. It's okay. It's fine. I got this, y'all. I got it. Hold on. Hold, please. 1, 2, 3. The 26th of February. So if you missed this show and you want it to perform, there's always the 26th of February. Sacred Voices also is offering poetry workshops. We have a Patreon. We're updating our website, so maybe go find us on the internets. We are also looking for board members. So if you find us on the internets through our website, it is the first thing you see to apply, which is to be on our board. If you would like to support our work and anything that we do, we graciously accept donations. Our Venmo is at Sacred Voices. Yes, I'm just like, I always want to put a dash in there, but there is no dash. Please do not give it to another Sacred Voices on Venmo. Cool. Oh Lord, I guess to open it up, I will do a poem. I guess I will do a poem that I did this morning with the amazing Mateo. Oh Lord, if I can find it. I am very thankful that even though we are online, I am still as weird as I can be, even in person. Oh my goodness, I cannot find it. I cannot find it for the life of me. Oh no. Oh no. Ah. Ah. I'm very scared. I found it. I found it. It's all good. It's okay. It is great. I got it, y'all. Let me check. Yeah, okay. It really is in those slides, Mateo. It's I was like, where is it? Cool. So this one is called My Name. I did it last Friday, not this Friday, but last Friday. And it's about my name because people spell my name wrong all the time, which is really hard to spell. Not really. So, my name. Folks always tell me I got a white name for being so black. My name is Brianna, born from a Leela and a Daryl, is the grandchild of Thomas and Dorothy. I asked my mama why she didn't name me something cooler, something more elegant. She replied, "You would have been an Amy or a Dale Jr. Would you want that?" I proceeded to say nothing more. My mama named me this to match with my sister. 8 words, 8 ways to join 2 black bodies, Brittany and Brianna. Folks always tell me I got a white name for being so black. My name is not Brianna, Brie, or the cheese. My mama made this name to sound black when people truly hear it. The small h is an act of rebellion, forcing those to spell it right every time. Got some background noise from Ian. I like it. The small h makes sure you pronounce the at the end. The small h is a dream I wish to have whenever I pass my name tags, keychains, and patches at gas stations. Fiddle with the B section only to see if they would acknowledge me. The small h is a facade over the phone. In an email, no one ever thinks a Brianna could be black. No one ever wants to. Folks always tell me I got a white name for being so black. My name means high and noble in Celtic, like passing an Oreo in English, punishment of the highest degree when my mother adds Lene Hill, sweet tea and apple pie in my grandmother's house. Folks always tell me I got a white name for being so black. My name is my own. My name is as black as my history and runs blood deep, breaks generational curses, and acknowledges to the people that I am alive. Folks always tell me I got a white name for being black, and I ask them, what do you mean? And that is that poem. I feel like I'm dying. Um,
That was great.
Thanks, y'all. Thanks, Ian. Quite enjoyed the like banging in the background. I was like, oh,
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize my mic was on. I really apologize.
no worries. It is just very organic. I quite enjoy it. Um, y'all, writing poetry is hard. I don't have another one. That's it. What else can I talk about until 6:45 when I bring on the next poet? I don't know. I do not know. My brain was like, we have a new president. Talk about that. I don't care. I do not. Try to freestyle. Oh my God, I am not Franklin. Dear God. Dear.
No, I saw when he first started out, when he first started freestyling.
I I can't. I can't freestyle. I cannot. I guess I'll just give people recommendations to watch. I just watched last night, One Night in Miami. It's an amazing short story about Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Sam Cooke, and James Brown, Jimmy Brown. And it's really cool. You should watch it. It's produced by Regina King. Super dope. A poet who you should pay attention to is Amanda. I think her last name is Gorman, I think. She is the youngest poet to have ever performed for the inauguration. So check her out. Support
She was
Black women.
badass.
Yeah, she was
Yeah, she was awesome.
dope as hell. So support Black women, support Black poets, do the thing. Once again, if you are just now joining us, this is Sacred Voices Open Mic. I am your MC for the night. I am very weird and I do not apologize. We have.
Do you know Anis Mohani?
Do I know Anis Mohani? No, I do not.
He's a really great spoken word poet. I'll share a link after.
Ooh, okay.
Out of Oregon, he's like the poet laureate for like Oregon, I guess the college or, but he's quite amazing. You might like his style.
Love it. Hello, folks who are just now joining. I guess like technical things. We're also live on Facebook, so if y'all are like, "Who's Bree talking to?" Talking to the Facebook peoples. So yeah, we're Sacred Voices. You can support us by donating to us, attending a workshop, being a patron on our Patreon. There's many ways to support us. I don't have anything else to talk about, y'all. It's been a night. And by night, I mean it's been a day because I'm tired. Deborah, are you feeling to go up early by any chance? It's okay if not. I can keep rambling. But if you are, let me know. Oh. I don't know what happened. Deborah's like going in and out. Yeah, you're going a little bit in and out, Deborah. I asked if you wanted to go early. If not, I can keep stalling.
Oh. I can. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Sure. Let's have you bless us with your words and your power.
Okay, I kind of have like a background music going on type of thing.
For sure. All right.
Okay, this poem is called Insecurities of a Bonafide Woman. See, I know a woman whose inner beauty is unadulterated. Some perceive as decorous, a woman that's victorious. Her insecurities build from within. Sometimes in this truth, she feels the Most High is her only friend, trying to endure to the end. Despite obstacles, her past faded out like popsicles. See, yes, I say my, some may ask why, because I am that bona fide woman whose insecurities run deep. Because I think men want a woman who works 40-hour shifts, homebody that cooks and cleans and doesn't complain about her feet. Not to mention school with only 4 hours of sleep. School. But see, that's the problem with me. Reading scriptures to become more meek. The ball in her court, she scored a three-pointer to the basket. Old things I'm ashamed of, trying to get past it. Insecurities. I think men want women with a lot of makeup. Guess that's what Grandpa meant when he said get your weight up. Wale once said good girls are boring, but popular sadly ain't me, but I won't leave you snoring. Attributes of my foremothers, I'm soaring. Genuine love and charity, I keep it on me like a strap, but don't get it twisted, this ain't no hood rap. I'm a nerd with a bonnet, not to mention secretly reads comics. Newborn babies and puppies make me blush. Insecurities can make you sad, but I'm grateful for what I have. Like J. Cole, Beauty in the Struggle, I'm glad. My insecurities are high sprung. Sometimes they make me feel numb. Stay up late nights trying to get my spirit right. 1:20 a.m. sporting ideas. Helping the body, crying myself to sleep became a hobby. I graze myself more than I praise myself. Praying and praying to the Most High on both hands and knees. I'ma keep pulling and putting in bricks till I bleed. Insecurities of a bona fide woman. Ephesians 5:23. I need to read. A bona fide woman I'm going to be. Okay. I don't want to go too long because I know there's other people that gotta go too. So I'm gonna just stop it there.
You're still in it. You're still in it. Technically, the next person goes on at 7, so you can take us all the way until 7.
Like, I didn't want to take all that time because I know, like, well, I've worked with y'all before, so you're like, that's time slot.
Well, I'm new here, and I really like that, so you could keep going if you don't mind.
Word.
Okay, because I like shortened it.
Yeah, this is all new to me. I love the music, so it's great.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start from where I had stopped.
Cool.
Okay. Philippians 4:8, a bona fide woman I'm trying to be. A bona fide woman, won't you look at me? Insecurities of a bona fide woman. It's like I can't win. I guess that's the price of a bona fide woman caught up in sin. But that ain't me. I will not apologize because I'm a big old baby with watery eyes. A tough girl, don't let her fool you. That's just a disguise. See, slavery in a cold, brutal world taught me to grow a backbone, or this world will eat you alive. I won't apologize for who I am, for the Most High ordained me to be. And if you think that I'm mean, then you really don't know me, because I'm as humble as a bee, and I will not apologize for what God ordained me to be. A beautiful spirit shines bright inside of me. A bona fide woman I'm going to be. Okay, that's all I got.
That's amazing. Wow. It takes a huge skill to put music behind your poetry and actually like kill it, and you killed it.
Thank you.
Cool. Can I ask you questions about straight knowing vibes? I feel it. How'd you get into poetry and like mixing music together?
So I started writing when I was like 13, and then from there I just like my auntie used to tell me like you need a outlet basically because I was a kid that grew up in foster care, and I didn't have anything to channel my anger, my emotions correctly. It all come across, and when you're like yelling at somebody or you're talking to somebody in that tone, they're like, okay, I'm not listening to you, because who's going to listen to somebody yelling at them? And so for me, that became my outlet, was writing poetry. And I just started orchestrating music about a year ago, literally, and like coming up with raps as well, and like putting music into my poems. So that's pretty new to me right now. Like probably the second year going in, but it's all new, and this is my first time actually performing this, so I have
Okay,
like stage
first
fright.
time. I love it. I love it. That's really cool. I could never put music behind my poetry and make it sound good. Uh,
Yes, you can. If I could do it, you could do it.
Word, I probably can, but it won't be, as cool as yours. I have another question. If I guess I don't know, I've been asking a lot of people this question. Like, what do you want to change like with your words? Like if your words have power, which they do, like how do you want to change the world with your words?
I feel like maybe like just well, if I could change the world with my words, I feel like it would probably, I don't know, like if I could change something, I don't know. I really don't know. Like,
Yes, you do.
I'm
Just
like,
one thing. One thing you could change.
I guess just how we treat each other in society right now, because that's definitely a big factor. Is like, I could walk past somebody in the street and they won't say hello. If I say hello, they just give me like a dirty look. And it's
Right.
like, I'm genuinely being nice to you. Like, I don't, not everybody has like a bad spirit or like, a bad aura where they're just always rude. Some people are having bad days. So maybe if you just pass by somebody and say, hi, how are you? Or I like your shoes, like that might make their day.
Word, man. I have so many encounters of saying hi to people and then them not acknowledging me. Shout out to See You Boulder for all the people not, acknowledging me while I'm walking by. Um, cool. Do I have any more questions? I don't think I do. No, I think it's amazing. I hope that you come back for, our February open mic. I hope that you continue to share your words with us, share your music with us.
Yes, most definitely. And I appreciate your poem too. That was really dope. I liked it a lot. I
Thank
could
you.
definitely feel like the sincerity in it. And I feel like that came from your heart. So like, you could tell with poetry, that's the best part about it is like when somebody writes, everybody has a different style of writing and what they have to say. And you brought it too.
Word. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you. Cool, cool. Just looking. I'm gonna say hi to the Facebook peoples. Hi, Facebook peoples. If you just got here, this is Sacred Voices. It's our open mic. We have open mics every fourth Friday of the month. The next open mic is February 26th. I also just want to shout out my sibling for looking so amazing in the dark, but also in the light. I like it. Hi, Korea. I just wanted to say hi. Cool. Sorry, one second. Uh, Cipriano, are you able to go? Do you wanna?
Yeah, I can go for sure.
Cool.
How long do we have generally?
So that just ended. Your time started is supposed to start at 7 and
Right.
then end at 7:15.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Yeah, I can have a couple songs that are kind of poems slash songs. So just wanted to share them with people that I think will hopefully resonate with them.
love it.
So what's weird about my interface setup, whatever reason for Zoom, I have to connect to my mixer. So if anybody can just give me like a thumbs up, because you'll be able to hear me, but I won't be able to hear you. So give me 1 second and then I'll let you know. So I just need to turn this stuff on here. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, first and foremost, can everybody hear that? Okay, perfect. So for somebody. For Karia, hopefully.
Korea.
But yeah, I can't hear anybody else. I don't know why Zoom does this, but you can hear me, correct? Most people can? Okay, perfect. Now to test the guitar. There's some advantages to these kind of performances. I don't have to lug all my gear everywhere, but I have to be cameraman and sound man and all that other stuff, and performer. You all know how that goes, I'm sure. Okay, so different things. I forgot to turn on the guitar amp. That'd be helpful. All right, can you hear that? Perfect. All right. All right, so this one's called Promise. Promise me good things, like a day without pain, a time with no money. You're on the promise train. If my word is gold, then my time is sold off. I don't feel the cold. It hits hard like a buckle on skin. If you can't keep your promise, then at least do this. Keep the blankets warm and steal a kiss. If my word is gold, then my time is sold off. I don't feel the cold. It hits hard like a buckle. All right, well, that was Promise. It's kind of about all the promises that the U.S. government has given the indigenous and black people and everyone else, and never really kind of kept the promises, and the treaties are kind of all pointless. And thank you all for listening. That sound okay? Everything sounded decent in terms of sound, because I'm always obsessed with that. Excellent, I like thumbs ups. Okay, so I'll do a couple more. Let me switch into a different effect here. Trying to get the guitar and the camera there. Anyway, this next one's called Black and White. Black and white turn gray in my sky today, and though I may be a fool, jagged, retching tool. I'll still carve out my day, make depression say, good for you. When the sun comes out someday, I'll be okay. Until then, I'll lay low and out of the way. Doctor, give me the news. I got a case of the blues. And you just say, buck up, buttercup, it's not so bad. Soon your sadness will soon turn glad. When the sun comes out someday, I'll be okay. Until then, I'll lay low and out of the way. Ooh, yeah. You hold me down in the sheets at night. Beat me up and you say I'm alright. When the sun comes out someday, I'll be okay. Until then, I'll lay low and out of the way. Black and white still stay in my sky today, and that's okay. I'll endure. All right, that one was called Black and White. Thank you all very much. All right, I think I'll do one more. This one's called Elixir. Thirsty for a fixin', belts good for gripping, each drop like blood dripping. Christ and I are blood and wine, a pin cushion for my mind. Voodoo spells cast this demon out. Seep into me. Seep into me, deep into me, vampire, elixir. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, well, that's the end of my set list there, and I'll disconnect this so I can hear everybody. So give me 1 second.
Amazing. But yeah, let's just eat the cookie. Thought you were getting popcorn, Mateo.
I was, but then I saw the cookie.
Or
All right, now I can hear everybody again. I don't know why Zoom does it. It's so annoying. Anyway.
Zoom's the worst. Can I ask you questions?
Yes, please. I have welcome questions, very much so.
Amazing. How do you do the echo voice thingy thing?
Oh, just not a lot, but some effects. I do like some effects on vocals and guitar, so.
Wow, that's super cool. How did you get into music? Who
I
backstory?
started off in musical theater many, many years ago when I was a kid. But even before then, it was kind of, I was acting out in my backyard and doing different characters, and then kind of went to college. Well, I went to college, and then I discovered that I liked to sing. And then I started just majoring in vocal performance at Regis University, and then recently just took up this instrument not too long ago. I built this one about October, so this is kind of a new venture of wanting to kind of sonically explore different territory. So, yeah.
How many instruments can you play?
Just the drums and a little bit of piano and obviously the 2-string slide bass. So, yeah.
Amazing. Cool. I will continue to ask the same question that I asked Deborah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I guess, in terms of words and music, like, what do you want to change? Like, what?
Well, the biggest thing for me, I guess the first response to that question is kind of the industry standard of what's kind of seen in music right now, particularly pop music, in terms of there's some obviously wonderful artists out there that are talking about a lot of political things, but I think we need to see more of that because I look to the 60s and 70s, folk and hippie and, psychedelic movement kind of a music back then, and I kind of wish people would kind of be more political with their work, and I think we're going to see more and more of that. So, because for me, the last year dealing with COVID and etc. definitely spawned a lot of new sonic territories and a lot of songs about politics and societal standards and being a minority and etc. So,
Yeah, you mentioned the 60s. Who's your favorite artist, I guess, from that era?
from that particular era, probably John Fogerty from Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Okay.
Yeah. I like your Purple Rain shirt, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm really getting more into Prince. He was incredible.
I love Prince. I convinced myself when I was 6 that Prince was my dad, and I got in a fight at the school playground because someone was like, "No, he's not," and I was like, "Wow, you don't know that." So, yeah.
That's wonderful.
Cool. Questions. I think that's all the questions I have. Thank you so much for sharing with us. That's really cool.
Yeah, thank you, and hopefully I can come back on a couple more tunes for you.
Please come back all the time. All the time. Cool. Korea's back. Korea, do you want to go? Do you want me to do a poem first and then you go? What's gonna happen? What you want to do?
You do you.
You gotta choose.
You do a poem. I love to hear your poetry.
Okay, cool. I will do one. I gotta find it though. Cool. I will do this one. It's long. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. We like long poems over here. Um, Amazing. My poem is called If Survival Was a Race. I don't believe in running, but I like races. So, Octavia tried to warn us. So grab a handful of seeds, braid it into the closest nappy head, and send them on their way. I have no means to outrun this. I'm fighting this head on. I'm gonna make sure they work for my demise and make damn sure they never achieve it. I ain't dying anytime soon. I'ma live unapologetically black and carefree. Uncle Jimmy was right. I don't belong here, but where, if any, will the power of the skin has? I wonder if I still have time to apply for my passport. Better yet, is it too late for me to catch a flight to the moon? I want to be somewhere where existing shouldn't have to feel like a myth. I'll carry a pack of scissors, better yet a machete, and that's word to Mama Ja. A long leash is still a leash, so I cut ties to a place that never wanted me to succeed. If the way of survival is by any means necessary, then I'll feed my golden neck, ebony, jet black crested dragon with rainbow iridescent wings, the bones of my oppressor. Yeah, I got a dragon. Yeah, my dragon is blickety black just like me. Yeah, I got magic and an imagination to fit it too. Ain't that the most powerful thing a black body could have? I have no means to outrun this. I'm fighting this head on. Like all those that came before me, I got that soul, that juice, my uncle's swaggy, fresh presence. I don't need a moment. I need a lifetime, like my lifetime, like 1.5 billion lifetimes. Life never times itself. So I will. Pat Parker once said, the first thing you do is forget I'm black. Second, you must never forget that I am black. And so remember that this black body was here, this black body existed, I, black body, survived and had no means to outrun it because it couldn't catch up anyway. And that's it. That's the poem. That's gang gang. Not really, but who? Shout out to Mateo's chain. Word. I saw Mateo's chain on Snapchat and I was like, oh, he fancy. He cute. Okay. Look at him, just cute. Amazing. Korea, you ready to go? You ready to rock this popsicle stand? I guess it's blow this popsicle stand, actually. I guess that's the right saying for it. Is it the right? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. Amazing sibling, Korea, whoop. Dope poet, educator, hire her for all the workshops and shit. Anyway, I gotta go. Bye.
How much time do I have?
So you have until 7:30.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna spit a couple different things. All right, cool. So this first one is it was about 2020. Like the first two poems I'm gonna do are about 2020, and one is more of like a letter to 2020, but I haven't spit in like a minute and I miss it. So hopefully, I'm not too nervous, but here we go. 2020. It is my first class of the day in August of my senior year at college, and I am sitting Zoom University pretty, cameras on and microphone muted. It is a class about microeconomics. And my professor, Alabaster, and the embodiment of a hegemon, shares his screen to the clippings of Breonna Taylor shooting and protests following. We are to discuss because it has been a heavy summer. 5 minutes found weeping miles to my lips, and he stares unto the blueness of the screen where I can only imagine he witnesses a live carcass gaping with eyes right before it is about to be hit. And he asks the only brown box in an ocean of ivory, Miss White, it looks like you're feeling a lot. Do you have something you want to say? What I really want to say is I hate it here. No, what I really want to say is I'm tired. What my body wants you to know is that this cannon boom of a year has done more damage to our collective psyche than we can imagine, that there is no magic reset button for the trauma on the 1st of January, 2021. And I suppose that my third suicide attempt would lend itself to the oaky flavors of wine bottles and pills, or that my arms were faceless so it seemed less personal to carve them than to mark up a tree, that I am going to meet a carpenter that I'm not sure I believe in, but y'all have somehow convinced entire generations will place the final nail in my mahogany coffin. And I guess what I really want to say is my thought process behind this is if I have to go out, it won't be another story, cop shoots Black woman and nobody rallies behind it. It will be me. But anyway, what I want to say is that humanity does not exist in America. What I really want to say is that the first time I ever saw my budding breasts in the mirror, I cried that I was now this woman that Malcolm X said is thrown by the wayside, how I hummed red and smelled like copper. I waited for them to put me out in the Hudson because pain is a prerequisite for love for Black women. Become giant woman who most people couldn't even tell you isn't in New York or isn't angry. How my nightly routine now consists of dabbing blood on my cheeks and pressing my clothes to be casket sharp so they know exactly where the 22 bullet holes are. And I tell my neighbors that the ones that missed them will be far more important than the ones that hollowed out my body. What I guess I want to say is, why am I here? No, that's a question. I guess what I have to say is a question. Can it be a question? I'm not sure I have a statement without some man coming to decapitate my hands. So of course I'll frame it as a question. Spare some walking mommy issues and Air Force Ones their fragility. No, of course I don't have a statement, but here are some things I would like to ask. Why are we so afraid of revolution? When do we start caring about Black women? Is it possible to piggyback off the idea that we do live in a white supremacist state? Are we afraid to try something new? What is communism? What is socialism? What is democracy? And please show your work. Is all this pain necessary? Why do presidential debates sound like, do Black people matter? You have 2 minutes starting now. Sounds like, when are we going to do something? Where do we go when you don't let our bodies be quiet? How many deaths have I manifested through my attempts on my own life? Does my life matter to me? Sounds like, do white men shut up? Are Black people the embodiment of exploitation of a people with no remuneration? If a Black man is shot in broad daylight and his back is turned with the cameras out, who was trying to disengage? Modern day tree in a forest. If we turn a dead Black woman's name into a meme, how long before it cycles out through Twitter? Do we debate white people's humanity on live television? Can history be disagreed with if we never learned it? Do cops get to be the judge, jury, and executioner everywhere or just in a police state? Sounds like, do Proud Boys tell me to unmute my microphone or should I stand back and stand by? And as I sit there arriving at my words and a million different prayers, trying to piece together some dual consciousness to speak through my teeth that I do not have anything to say. So I see you, Black woman, your journal filled with your last words, and I suppose you become a poet when you don't know what else to do. When a Zoom call could not catch the sucking of my teeth and the humdrum of a lecture at 2:20 that isn't quite ready to not be decolonized. And I guess what I really want to say is, some days you have questions and years later you have answers. So what I guess I really want to ask is, whose year is it to give the answers? And that's my first one to 2020. 2020 was like a really bad year. Like
2020 was ghetto.
Bad.
We hated
Ghetto.
it.
The slums. I wouldn't even call it the ghetto. Like, it's the slums. Like, at least the ghetto got culture. Like,
Ghetto got culture.
Ghetto got culture.
Love that.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do this letter to, I might not do this one, but I do have a bunch of poems on misogynoir that I'm really, really proud of. So I think I might read some of these.
Tell us about misogynoir before you get started. Educate the folks.
So I'm all about like etymology. So if you break down the word misogynoir, miso is hatred. Oh my God. Gyn, Gyn, Y, I guess, Janie, is women. And then if you add noir, which is like a qualifier on the end, so misogyny plus noir is the very specific anti-Black hatred of women. So yeah. And there's like different tropes that go into misogyny noir. There's like the sassy Black woman, the angry Black woman, the strong Black woman, and then there's the hypersexual Jezebel. So I basically wrote a bunch of poems breaking down each one of them. So I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do. Let's see. Okay. I think I will do the angry Black woman because I like that one. Here we go. My mother tells me this body will kill me if I live long enough to see it. That beautiful is not synonymous with valuable, that my proximity to marigolds will not keep me safe. When they say you are lovely, this means they are waiting to pick you. When they say you are beautiful, show them your teeth. Litter your body with ugly things and spit to safeguard your feet before they make your back mule to build Babylon. My mother sings that I may be only valuable to my sisters, so I become nasty. Nasty Black woman who rattles and swishes tin cans in the graveyard ribcage. Nasty Black woman walks into rooms and don't nobody greet her. Dances in subways where her protectors rather slash her throat. I hope she keeps the bees in her esophagus. Torn paper. Angry Black woman is on WIC. Angry Black woman is abused. Angry Black woman has a 4 to 12 job. Angry Black woman is reduced to food or luxury items. You gotta test drive her. Chocolate, cocoa butter. You might as well call her red rubber, the way we make her limbs an example. Angry Black woman is getting taken advantage of. Angry Black woman is muzzled. Angry Black woman is grimacing. Angry Black woman is a village of kente cloth stolen. Angry Black women don't even know her last name. Her last name is white. As if it's some kind of sick joke that she is never whole. Nasty Black woman wants to be seen. Nasty Black woman wants to be heard, not touched. If coldness is the only way I preserve my heat, if barking is the only way that you don't step, then so be it. That's Angry Black Woman. It's like actually one of my favorite poems that I've written in a minute. Let's see. I'm gonna let y'all pick. Do you want to hear bitches, queens, and hoes, or do you want to hear sassy?
Yes.
I don't know.
My answer is
Okay.
yes, both.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
Yes,
All
and.
right. Yes, and. Okay, cool. I'll read sassy first, and then I'll go into the other one. All right. Whistling in the dens that hold bodies, my neck roll is just stretching the muscle, fist to the sky, embodiment of the revolution, no credit, empty, vacuous void, dilapidated of thoughts outside an afro pick and clack of fingers submitting. Are you looking at me? Are you listening to me? Do you hear me? Do you see me? Are you feeling me? Don't touch me. I am too clean for you. Address me correctly. The title is not optional. It's all that they gave me. If you gon' step, know what you're talking about. Pam from Martin acting more like Pangea, splitting me into this one piece. There are too many wiping mud-stained veins on an apron passed down. My knees and my back become the only thing valuable about me. Libs unabridged. Someone promised me I could speak if I made it quick. At a protest, I offer my limbs and womb once more before slicking it into submission of my voice. They give me Asada's chant, like I'm not Asada. So that one actually has like a mini story. Like, I don't know if people at home, like these protests this past summer, really it tested me, like for real. Because I feel like people were missing the point that, and just like regurgitating like what all of these past movements, have had wrong about them, which shows me like you don't understand like the broader picture. So I actually feel kind of bad for you, like not understanding that Black women are the foundation to Black movements, just movements in general. Like you're not going to get anywhere if you just keep perpetuating, you know, what's been done wrong in the past. And so like any movement, you need to center Black queer women, like center them, because they are like the intellectual lifeblood of all of these movements. But what would make me mad at those rallies was they'd be like, oh, we love Black women, like we're out here, we like love them. And then they would like hand the microphone to them last and like say, okay, you could do Asada's chant. It's like, yo, we got so much more to say than just like Asada's chant. Like, yes, that's an honor to be able to do that at a rally, but we're whole people. Like, we have whole stories too. So that one was like born out of that. And then this last one, Bitches, Queens, and Hoes, is really cool. The welfare people came and asked why the door frame was intact. Jezzy doesn't reside here and hasn't for a minute. Mind you, we never gave her a key, so forgive the socket that does not look agitated. She calls the outskirts of her blouse home, but we let her in through the window to hike up her skirt, make us feel real nice. On the apartment in Greenbox, she waits, calls a cab, hailed 5 blocks down, up on Mapleton. We don't want to see her color trickling down her leg, the front of the porch stained with footprints. We hose it down the next morning because she is Black and blue and don't nobody want her until they want her. You feel me? You feel her? She runs without her sandals, streetlights go out every passing block on a square, the lips part to let out the blood from a clogged throat. Jezzy is never heard, but she is used for a good time. And high stockings, fishnets for gills, arms trampolining on pipes. What Kendrick say? Titties bouncing on the cadence of keys, clashing cans in the alley, mistaken for trumpet, echoing through the shell of her body. Maybe no one can tell. Lay there. You are so pretty on your back. With my hands on your neck, I am killing your mother, your sister, reinforcing that I am only tall when you are on your knees. Silent and slow, how fast we come when you are minding yours. Make room with our mouths to swallow you whole. Why are you crying, bitch? Why are you crying, hoe? Why are you crying, Black woman? No, that's not you. Our stomachs are full. We got queens and monarchs that chattel our limbs to the bed while your eyes are hanging crescent and dim lit at the bottom of a coffee canister. Get up and make us breakfast. Be gone before you scare the sun rising. Don't run to the honey with lipstick because we got names for that. You don't want to carry our children? We knew you weren't no white. We are never the disease, that's you. How dare you want more, Jezzy? Jezzy stays quiet, Jezzy stays still. Jessie disappears herself into the cotton clubs, makes herself a shack. Jezzy cries in black. Jezzy is a landlord who has no key. Knows she still centers the noise and the quiet, is afraid that this is the only way that she survives. Yeah. Misogynoir is like super heavy. And yeah, all of those poems came out of like a very, this my heart hurts. But I do want to end like with something that I think is like really important, that I don't know, when we say like Black Lives Matter, I think oftentimes we keep people, like certain people on the outskirts of that, and we, you know, covertly don't mean everybody. So like, let's just make it clear who we're talking about. Black lives matter. Black children's lives matter. Black homeless lives matter. Black lives on welfare matter. Black lives in gangs matter. Black houseless lives matter. Black queer lives matter. Black trans lives matter. Black disabled lives matter. Black lives struggling with addiction matter. Black ghetto lives matter. Black fast lives matter. Black lives living in poverty matter. Black lives on living assistance matter. Black sex workers' lives matter. Black lives who didn't graduate high school matter. Black lives without degrees matter. Black neurodivergent lives matter. Black artists' lives matter. Black alternative lives matter. And Black nerd lives matter. And I know that list is missing people, but I'm proud of you. If you are Black and listening, I'm proud of you. Thank you for making it to today. I love you.
My sip, my amazing sibling. Korea, you gotta come off mute. I gotta ask you questions, you know?
Okay.
I'll only ask you 2 questions. No, just kidding. I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. Why are you so cool? First question.
Well, I hang around with really cool people and it rubs off on me.
Okay. Hang out with cool people. Cool. Okay, I got what I want there. Man, there's so many questions I want to ask you. I don't know, I guess for the people watching, because I'm sure that they're very inspired by your words, how can they get, what are you doing now? Like how can you, how can people get in contact with you, or how can people donate to you? Also, all the people who have performed, put your Cash Apps, Venmos in the chat, and I will scurry on over to the Facebooks and do that. Amazing. Nappy Korea. Love that.
Only Black people can say my username. I mean that. Like, I for real mean that. Do not call me Nappy. You are
Word. Korea, what do you want to change? If you could change one thing with your words, with your work, with your passion.
What do I want to change? I want to change the way that we see each other, the way that we engage with each other. Like really centering the human in people and like giving people their full scope of humanity. Like, I think that the way that we do that is educating and like personal stories. If there's one thing that in my 21, I'm about to be 22, 21 years of life that like I've learned and like meditated on is how we really center like STEM, like we really center empirical data like nowadays, and we kind of have like removed like the importance and the epicenter of like the griot and the storyteller, and how important like that is as a way of proving things. Like I feel like if people are like, well, if 2 + 2 = 4, like that's it. And it's like, well, there's more than one way to just show that, like through numbers. Like stories are, I don't know, that's how you tap into people's hearts, that's how you tap into people's minds. And if you just take the time to listen to somebody and not assume that everyone has the same need as you, I think that that's one thing that we definitely do nowadays. It's like, oh, you're a Black person, like this is what you need, this is what you're talking about. And that's not always true. Like, I don't know, I'm very different from another Black person who grew up in the Midwest. Like I'm from New Jersey. My needs and what I've seen, what I've experienced are very different. And so I think if there's one thing that we can do is just like listen, take the time to sit down and talk with somebody, be like, yo, what is your thought process on this or whatever. And for like radicals, people who actually like want to change things, we got to stop doing identity politics where it's like, oh, you're like on the left, like you're with me. It's like, no, because then you're just like regurgitating what the two-party system does. And it's like, I feel like right now everyone's like, are you a communist? Are you like an anarchist? Are you this one person one time was like, are you a Marxist Leninist? I looked at him in the face and I was like, what the hell? Like, what did you just call me? But yeah, like those labels actually mean nothing if you don't know somebody's individualized politics or like just what they think. So if you're a person that is committed to racial justice, that doesn't necessarily mean you're committed to gender justice. It doesn't mean that you're committed to food justice. So I don't know. Having conversations with people is like what I want to change. And I don't know, just see people, hear people out, love people. Yeah.
Love that. I love my sibling. I love Korea so much.
Love you.
I have missed Korea, the poet. I have missed spaces with you. Thank you so much. Lovely, amazing. Ian, you are up next if you are still in the Zoom building.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this video to work real quick.
Cool.
Let's see. My songs, I've been playing the guitar and singing, but I'm just covering things. I've been watching all these amazing artists, and I'm like, damn, doing some writing, but not quite there yet. Hopefully that's okay. I'm just trying to practice, and I think this is like a really good, safe environment to do so.
Yeah.
We're done it in front of people before, so this will be a first. So this will be fun. gotta figure out this video thing. I might hop back in and back out real quick. I think I gotta toggle.
Okay.
That always works.
Technology. I'm just like, how long will Ian take? I can maybe do a poll. Well, I guess let me be a good MC. Hi, y'all. If y'all are just getting in to the Facebook Live, Sacred Voices open mic tonight. It's happening right now. If you wanted to perform tonight, you still can. Let us know. And we have an open mic on February 26th next month. So if you're interested, come through, spit some bars, or just hang out with us. That is totally fine as well. We are looking for board members. So if you want to make a change in your community, you can join our board. If you go to our website, it is the first thing that you see. So do the thing. We have Patreon, which we'll talk about a little bit at the end. We have a Venmo.
Cool. All right, there you go.
And Ian's back. There you go.
Sweet. Hi, everybody. Let's see here. Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna just do like 2 or 3 songs. Just some music I've really been digging lately. If you guys know it or don't, maybe you learn a new artist. So I think they're cool. This first one's a band called Pine Grove. I don't know if you guys know who they are, but they're pretty cool. Just go ahead and do this. Cool. Also, let me know if these levels sound good, like the guitar vocal thing. Is that all? I'm no audio file or anything, but let me know if it sounds out of whack. Do you wanna dance? Fine, do you remember when in your living room when we made some room and moved ourselves around and then it's how my heart resumed. Got caught, you got this Caravaggio. We had some good ideas, but we never left that fucking room. Do you want to talk? Fine, I'll talk it out my time. So it's nice, he says. You'll ask for advice from something a book he read. And if I did what I wanted, why do I feel so bad? Would you like a drink while we wait for everything to get good again? We're good at things and so are a lot of our friends. We should get these setbacks to get back moving again. I don't know what I'm afraid of, but I'm afraid someday it all falls away. Maybe I read that, but still it seems if nothing else, it's an idle curiosity. So would you like that drink while we wait for everything? We were laughing, crying, and all the sides of the you wanna die? Find your right wonder It's an idle curiosity. Cool. That was the first one to get the nerves out. It's called Size of the Moon by Pine Grove.
Woo.
Hopefully it's not like too loud. I'm not gonna like turn my little mic thing down. Any feedback on that, or just let it roll?
The guitar might be just a tad bit loud.
Cool. Good to know. Let's go ahead and fix that. Sorry about that. Go ahead and see. This is better. I don't know. I'm gonna find out real quick. So I live in Denver. Well, I'm pulling this up, so I make sure. Got the bailout lyrics. You know, never know. This is a song that I love by Chris Cornell. He is from the band Audio Slave, 90s grunge singer. If you guys don't know him, he committed suicide in a hotel across the street from me when I used to live in Detroit. And so it was like I'd seen him the night before at his concert. So it's like it's always stuck with me. And this song's always been like a part of my life, and I love it. And so I just wanted to play this one. I thought it's pretty good. So let's see. Someone falls to pieces, sleeping all alone. Someone kills the pain. Something in the silence finally drift away. Someone gets excited in the chapel yard, catches a bouquet. Another lays a dozen while roses are gray. And to be yourself is all that you can do. To be yourself is all that you can do. Someone finds salvation in everyone, another lonely pain. Someone tries to hide himself down inside himself in pain. Someone swears it's true love until the end of time. Another runs away, separate or united, healthy or insane. And to be yourself is all that you can do. And to be yourself is all that you can do. And even when you look better now, when you put upon open held up, never seen a memory of what could have been. Faces of love. Don't lose any sleep tonight. I'm sure everything will end up alright. You may don't lose, but to be yourself is all that you can do. And to be yourself is all that you can do. Cool. And maybe do one more if that's cool. That's copacetic.
Yeah, do it.
Sweet. This is I guess tune up. More of a half step down kind of guy for my guitar players out there. I didn't have that sick setup our friend did earlier with the loops and the effects. I think it was pretty sick, man. I don't know how much time you've got invested in that, but just a matter of fact, we can't see every wire for all 60 of those things. It means you spend at least a couple of dozen hours. So it's always pretty impressive. And respect for your art, for sure. gonna kind of segue this little audible mid plug in there. I'm gonna go ahead and do this a little 2 really short songs, which I'm a big fan of sub 2-minute songs. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do 2 of those back to back, which I think are good songs. So here goes. I got this feeling of my own wine. I look at it and live. Each time the portal for the cloud side. How's you feeling here? Is the water fine? Find my cloth line. Turpentine, the pattern of our habitat. Isn't it lovely? I'll never hold you to all you held me to. I wanna talk about all the ways, every example of the shapes you used to communicate. For example, when you're leaning in to my arm again, and then you stop. Do you also feel the weight of love? Isn't it lovely? I'll never hold you to all you held me to. That's a song called Portal. There's some really good lyrics in that song. I mean, like, for the poets out there, I don't know if that's up to snuff, but I think there's some good stuff in that song. It's the pattern or habitat. I think that's an amazing lyric. This is another song by that same band. It's called Intrepid. Don't let it get to you. Well, I did. Take a rectangle, tangle your head. Intrepid. Would you bet your life on it, darling? If I did, song single like what type of world you wanna live in. Do we call it words or live long together in forgiveness? You said, do we bend our lives to it, darling? Yeah, we did. If we learn to know ourselves better, maybe we could come in. Cool. That's all I got. It's those last two songs are from that same Pine Grove band. I'm kind of like on a kick right now, so you know. But yeah, that's I got.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Ian, how'd you get into music?
My uncle actually, he's used to play guitar. He just passed away last year. He was an older guy, but he used to play. He's, according to him, brought Southern rock to Northwest Ohio, and it was like, they put in a cover band, and he was a real good guitarist. And when I turned 15, he helped me buy my first guitar, and just been playing since then. I'm at 27 now, but just recently kind of like got back into it, actually trying to learn it more seriously in the past year and a half probably. But because of him, and I just obsessed with music, and just like obsessively, like always just playing the guitar. A little bit just learning singing right now, so that's why I'm practicing. That's like learning that a lot better than the guitar, I think. But it's trying to get them in both, because playing just a guitar, you can't really captivate audiences all the time unless you go into the crazy fingerstyle stuff, which I can do, but those take like a month to learn just one song. So, it's giving me a little more mileage for my effort. So, yeah, that's kind of the goal. But just, quarantine, it's fun. I love music. It seems to really keep me in a good mood and keep me happy. It's a great outlet. So, yeah.
Nice. Cool. Same question that I've been asking everyone. What do you want to change with your music if you could change one thing?
I want to learn how to my favorite artist, like singular artist, is John Frusciante. He's like the guitarist for Red Hot Chili Peppers, but he's got really great solo albums. You guys should check them out. I want to learn. Oh, I got scratched my eyeball too. If you guys see, it's all super red. Scratched my eyeball, taking my contact out last night. So I have an eye patch, but I didn't want to look like a pirate, so I had to make a game time decision. John Frusciante. He's got like this really expressive, kind of like dissonant sound, and I've been learning music theory to try to understand a little bit more about songwriting in general. I'm pretty novice across the board, so just learning how to write music, learning how to songwrite, learning how to use my words to the same effect that these artists tonight have been sharing. They've been really great and just really inspirational to listen to. So, just get to a creative point where I can emote more efficiently, because I feel like this is the only way to really speak to people. Language has its constrictions, but art never does, really.
Cool. I love that so much. Thank you so much for performing. Please come back for all of our shows. I quite enjoyed everything that you did.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. And I will stick around and keep listening, because I'm sure there's some more other great artists who are putting some good stuff on, and I've got my speakers just bumped right now. So
yeah, for sure. Please stick around. Speaking of great artists, we got Mateo up next, just looking as cute as ever. I cannot get over how cute Mateo looks. Can I just... Anyway.
Well, thanks, guys. Signing off. I'm just going to turn my camera off. So thanks so much for letting me perform with you.
Thanks, Ian. Mateo, why are you so cute?
I don't know. Love you, though. Love all the fans, all the homies at home. We're doing this quarantine style today. Yeah, so I guess, how much time do I have? I mean, I don't have much, but
technically you have until 8:15, and then Ruthie Ruth is about to come on after you, so that's cool.
I feel like every time I come to Sacred Voices, I end up just giving like every poem I've ever given, like in my life. It's just like a whole ass feature. But anyways, I'm here for it. Okay, cool. So I was like looking through my notes and I was like, well, what can I read for this occasion? Um, what did Korea just say? Oh, it's a whole ass discography at this point, for real. At this point, just my whole chapbook is just available for streaming. But okay, so I have this piece that I'm actually really shook. I guess I wrote this in March of last year, and it's about to be March again. What happened, yo? What happened between then and now? Anyways, they kind of build off each other. So I'll read this piece and then I'll read, I guess, a piece that I wrote in a fugue state the other day. And yeah, hope y'all enjoy. This one is called Confessions, and I wrote it on March 27th, 2020. I want to be careful the power I give the idea of you. I speak your name, the story of the way we loved and my heart broke, say them like the words to my favorite sad song. In times that I have felt most afraid, the times I feel I might just break free instead of in half, I find my hand back on the needle, reeling with the same music again. A confession. Your love felt like a beautiful dream I woke up from, only to find that it was never real. Maybe this feeling was always the problem. I love that you were my first love, and I am grateful to have loved and lost and never to have loved at all. I fell in love with the person that you were and the person that you made me. Confession. I have kissed and laid with others after you. I have told none of them I love you. Your mouth was honey, pure sweet. Every love after you has paled in comparison. Confession. I hate that you were my first love, because now I go around my college town searching for soul love from Tinder infatuated college students who have no idea what hood I am from and don't care to know my mother's name. Silly, grown children who have never learned the meaning of sacredness. Confession. Sometimes therapy feels like a self-help book I bought to learn how to get over you. When this truth changes, I wonder if I will be able to say that I am healed. I know that I am more than just the boy who loved you or the man that you left, but I am still just a boy learning how to be a man. I don't know how to let you go without becoming a nihilist. How can something that felt so right become so bad for you? I still think about what your mother said to me that one night, and it haunts me like a bad dream. I don't know how to let you go without renouncing what we had, all the magic I let get the best of me, the alchemy I swore myself to. I refuse to believe that love is only a feeling, just a stupid set of chemicals that inevitably fade. So yeah, I was having a tough time last March, previously. But yeah, so I wrote this other piece, I guess like a few days ago. It's not finished yet. It's a little bit disjointed, but kind of, I don't know, almost like, I don't know, my feelings have definitely changed, I feel like, on this topic, and I've done a lot of like self-work and all of that. But this was kind of just the result of that, I guess. So yeah, we'll just see where this goes. This poem does not have a title right now because I have not thought of one. But this is what it says. So maybe your love wasn't the sun, was not the earth at my fingertips. Maybe your love was just the blood rushing to my palms this whole time. A frantically beating heart and a restless mind, and you were the first pretty love to give me the attention that I wanted. The previous poems I wrote for you were only allegories after all. This sinking pit in my heart is measly compared to the shattered atlas I wrote for you, the way you shook my world out of orbit. I wrote myself a whole new universe to survive your absence, and it must have worked because today it has come to my attention that I don't think about you so much. A few months ago, I exhausted the will to keep running myself into the ground by chasing you, and I came to my last stand. It happened so suddenly, arrived so quietly, I can't remember the day. I watched the sunset bleed into night and let the sun die. I didn't wish for sunrise so I could see you in the morning. I don't remember the sound of your voice. I have forgotten the constellation of your birthmarks, and I have forgotten your memory by heart. These are the things I know to be true. I have laid with others after you. I have told none of them I love you. This love is all I've been able to write about honestly since it broke me. Maybe I can't stop writing about you because I learned to write with you. When we were kids, and I invited you to a poetry slam and said, "Here, take my heart. I will give you everything I am, and you can take it if you want." That's how that ended. So, yeah. Um, that was all I really had prepared, but yeah.
Okay. I gotta ask you questions. You gotta come off, and come off mute again.
Okay. Yeah, what's up?
Even though I already know this, how did you get into poetry?
How did I get into poetry? Yes, we talk to our students about this all the time. Every time. Yeah, I got into poetry kind of, I guess, naturally. Like I started writing when I was like 11 or so. And I had always been into like fiction and writing stuff like that. But then I just kind of had like a poetry class one day, and I was like, wow, I really like this. And I saw actually like videos of like people doing slam on the internet, and like specifically like Slam Nuba and like Minor Disturbance and all these like Denver poets. So that's honestly like why I got into it, is because I was like, wow, these people are so cool. And I was like, I want to do that too.
Amazing. Love that. When you said Slam Nuba and Minor Disturbance, I was like, we cut heads, no bedtime. Like inside my brain, I'm like, ah. Amazing. Some people had to log off, but they just wanted to say thank you for the amazing night. Mateo, if you could change one thing, if you want to change one thing with your words, with your passion, with your poetry, what would it be?
One thing. If I could change one thing, I guess, with my poetry, I don't know. I guess like what Korea said really spoke to me actually earlier in the night, of just like recognizing everyone's like the full breadth of their humanity. I feel like that's, yeah, like honestly, like that's what I strive to embody, I guess, if anything, like with my poetry, right? Of like, not necessarily striving for perfection or for things to be picturesque all of the time, but just being honest about how I'm feeling and like what I'm, moving through in that moment. And yeah, I guess hopefully, other people can like find an intimacy in that, and like feel that for themselves. So
Yeah. Amazing. I love it. One of my favorite local poets. Definitely check him out. Do the thing. Ruth, I will share one poem and then you're on, since Mateo, it's sad boy hours. Just continue sad boy hours. Get into the sad boy hours, the vibes. Mateo, I'm just gonna do the one that we did today with our students. So it has no title. I don't know how y'all be titling your poems. I just be like, that sounds good. All my homies are sad boys. No, really. Just really. Cool. So this is one of my sad boy poems. I still can't listen to your favorite song, which used to be my favorite song. I Want to Be Yours by the Arctic Monkeys. It transports me back to my college dorm, you in my lap under string lights and pushpin memories. I've thought about throwing away those lights and even my own legs. A playlist full of only one song on repeat reminds me you used to smile at me. You used to be here. I wonder if your heart remembers the beat of mine. It is the same beat as our song. You told me once about the moonlight over my face and how scared you were that it would steal my breathing. I'm still forgiving the moon for the lies you told me. I've always hated when you left before the sun could see us. Maybe that's a metaphor for what resulted in us, the moon, the sun, waiting for an eclipse. It's just like the song said. Secrets I have held in my heart are harder to hide than I thought. Maybe I just want to be yours. And then that's it. No cry. No cry. We're just sad, but no cry. Y'all are funny. No one on Facebook can see our chat, so that makes it even funnier. Kriya, you don't want it. It was a terrible relationship. Very toxic. I hate it. We don't, we don't support toxic relationships out here. Kriya, what? What? Girl. Everyone on Facebook is like, what is happening? Kriya's just wild, y'all. Kriya wilding out here. You want to feel something? Okay, not toxicity, girl. Child, no. I mean, maybe we'll just get some fire poems out of it. I'm just, who knows? Anyway, that was that. And it's fun until it's not. Then you're writing about your ex for 3 years. Yo, literally. Yo, literally. It's the worst, y'all. It's the worst. These comments are hilarious. I wish Facebook folks could see. Anyway, I'm bringing up my love, my heart, the manifestation of my heart in like human form. Ruth, the amazing Ruth.
Hello. Can y'all
Hi,
hear me?
Ruth. A little bit.
I don't know if I want to use my AirPods.
I don't know. I wish I had popcorn. Looking at Mateo eat popcorn, I'm just like, man. I miss live poetry where you could bring snacks to the open mic. She had to flex with the AirPods, y'all. Oh, you got to flex with the hot Cheetos? I feel y'all. Okay. I ain't got nothing but edge control.
I'm dead. Let's see.
No. I heard robot noises.
Oh, no.
Oh, say more words.
Hello. No.
I don't know.
That
It's
was
those AirPods.
I'm doing that ever again.
That capitalism for you.
We're so immature.
Oh no.
Ruth, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Cool.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ruth. It's nice to be back at Sacred Voices. It's been a very long time. So first, before I get into my poem, I really want to use my voice to first bring attention to the genocide that's happening in my home country. There's been a war in Ethiopia, specifically like the northern region of Ethiopia in the Tigray region, that has led to thousands displaced, left with no food, water, clean water, power, telecommunications, and medical and humanitarian aid that is being blocked off by the federal government. Today is day 80 of this violence against the people of Tigray. Day 80 of our people saying Hizbana Wadi'u, translating to our people are finished. What started as a politicized war has left to many dying of hunger, many suffering like a lot of like diseases from drinking dirty water, just having literally no medical aid after all of like the airstrikes and bombings and like attacks on the land. So yeah, something that was politicized has now led to a really like serious genocidal humanitarian crisis. So if you'd like to bring awareness in your own circles or learn more or donate, I have a bunch of links on my Instagram, which is Ruth H. Haile, RuthHaile. Thank you, Korea. Sending you and your family love. I appreciate it. So yeah, through everything that's been going on in Tigray, I've been using this time, of course, to bring awareness to the genocide, but also to analyze my own positionality as a diaspora, analyze my ancestry and my identity. And so with that, I'd like to share this work in progress piece that I wrote, largely inspired by something my sibling Bree shared with me. And I'm telling y'all right now, I like jump into different languages here, so bear with me. Yeah, here it goes. I can say I know my ancestry. My feet have touched Abyssinian soil. My body has swam in the Abai. My tongue dances in a Marinya and Tigrinya. My shoulders are called to the beat of the Kabaro. And for some reason, that don't feel enough. Maybe it's because I will always be a Ferengi to my people back home. Maybe it's because my family tree extended its branches to the Talianoch. Maybe it's because I will never know leaves of that tree, lost to war, addiction, famine, and disease. Branches so long, I have yet to hug them, say their names, or sit on their graves. Maybe it's because my tongue stumbles upon languages of the Tza'ada colonizers mid-sentence. My brain reads sentences parcialmente en español, then switches to English and Akazawa Amarinya. Maybe it's because their stories are unknown to me, blocked off by walls of war, trauma, displacement, and assimilation, scrubbed off my body like soap. I can say I know my ancestry, a love story I'm still trying to read, a tree with roots I'm still digging for, a trauma I'm still trying to heal from, and a story I promise to remember. I promise to tell Deke, Lejoche. I promise to tell my babies. And that's the piece.
Wow. Wow. I don't know why you put yourself on mute. You gotta unmute yourself.
I had to breathe. I was like, ooh, I was trying not to cry.
Oh, my favorite poet, just spitting facts. For the people who are listening on Facebook, please go to Roots Instagram, learn more, educate yourself, really educate yourself about what's happening. And even if you like can't support by like donating or anything, like sharing a post or teaching someone else about it is fantastic and amazing. This is a safe space to cry. We've been crying on, man, listen. Sacred Voices is a space to cry. That's all I gotta say. But also, don't cry if you don't want to. All my homies cry. Yo, that should be a chapbook. Korea.
What was it?
Do that.
Cry?
All my homies. Korea, aren't you a Pisces?
No chapbook. No.
You're not a Pisces? You an Aquarius? You an Aries?
Me?
Yes.
Don't ever disrespect me.
I'm trying to figure out your water sign.
I'm an Aries.
Okay, yeah, Aries cry a lot. You should do that. Anyway, Ruth, how did you get into poetry? Let's get into it.
Honestly, it was an accident. It was a complete accident. I saw some YouTube videos of some really dope slam poets on YouTube when I was like a freshman in high school. And then we had like some poetry elective, and so we got into like group slam poetry at my high school, and so that was like my first introduction, was just doing group pieces. And then eventually by my senior year of high school, I started writing things and performing by myself.
Amazing. Love it. All of us on YouTube when we were 13. Yo, really?
For real.
I was like, poetry, Black poetry. And YouTube was like, here, nigga, here. Be a poet, here. Love it. I know, Ruth, you don't want me to ask you any questions, so that's the only one that I will ask.
Thanks y'all for having me. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for coming through. I am going to end our show with one poem. But before, if people just hopped in on the Facebook Live, hi, we are Sacred Voices. Hello, what's up? We have open mics every fourth Friday of the month, Today is the fourth Friday of January. I cannot believe that we are midway through January. This is ridiculous. But next month, February 26th, is our open mic. So if you're interested in doing something with us, come through. Mateo, do you want to talk about Patreon?
I remember the tier that corresponds to what I do, but I don't remember the other tier.
That's fine. I don't remember it either. Sorry, Aston. I know Aston's still here.
Okay. So sorry, Aston. Yeah. So one of the tiers for our Patreon, for those of y'all who are interested in building more community and, just having a safe space to write with other people, Sacred Voices is going to be hosting basically a monthly writing group. So if y'all are interested in that, please hop on our Patreon and go to the corresponding tier, and y'all will get to, kind of have a more intimate experience with other people who attend Sacred Voices, and with ourselves. I believe it is the $10 tier. I have just received word. So yeah, come through, y'all. You'll get to see my face at least every month, and then perhaps some other lovely board member spaces as well. And yeah, come through.
Amazing. Thank you. Speaking of board members, we are still looking for board members. If you want to make a change in your community, hit us up. If you go on our website, I think it's sacredvoices.org or sacredvoices.com. Whatever path leads you to us, please take it. It is the first thing that you see when you go on our website, .org. I have just received word just now, tuned in. Sacredvoices.org. Please join our board if you want to join our board. If you want to donate to us and continue, all of the things, please donate to us. Our Venmo is Sacred Voices, so at Sacred Voices. Oh, this just ends. Our website is sacred-voices.org. So any of the paths you take, honestly, if you've decided to run with it the first time I said it, do the thing. What am I missing? I think I did it. I think I'm gonna close out on the thing. Next month is Black History Month, so donate to some Black folks. Yeah, I'm just gonna close this out with a poem. I feel like survival has been on my mind for a hot minute. So survival is a poem that I'm going to end out with. It's kind of like the first one that I did. What was the first one I did? I don't know. The second one that I did. The first one was my name. The second one was survival. I'm going to stop talking and do poetry now. So this is a survival poem about how to keep a Black boy alive, or Black people in general alive. Fill it in. We have been here before. Black people have bowed heads in prayer, reached our hands up to the sky, waiting for a sign, rejoice at the thought of living. How our suffering became an open mouth for open plots and secret gardens. Survival has always been within us. Take the familiar path home. Allow the cracks in the streets to whisper underground railroad secrets. They know where you want to go. Your biggest weapon is your skin. It speaks volumes when no one in the world will protest. Stand tall in your Blackness. It is not a curse or burden. Burn the coal within your throat. The embers fuel the golden-necked dragon. I really like dragons, y'all. The golden-necked dragon in your belly, waiting patiently to burn down castles and villages in your name. When your feet threaten to fail you, make sure you've trained your legs to pick up the slack. You must keep running. Above all else, run to the north and never look back. Survival is your birthright, and so you survive. You live. You keep going, Black boy. Don't forget who you are, Black child. You are songs yet unsung. You are poems yet unwritten. You are music yet unloved. Whoa, sorry. You are songs yet unsung. You are poems yet unwritten. You are music yet unplayed. You be a lover yet unloved. And that's it. Thanks, y'all, for coming to our open mic. I appreciate it. I also love how our open mic just turned into the OGs. Thank you to all the performers. Thank you so much for performing, for being with us. Thanks for the people who are watching on the Facebooks, the people who will watch this on Facebook when it comes on your timeline. Go to Ruth's Instagram page. Please learn about all the things. Do the thing. Do the thing. If not, I will find you. This is the threat. Yep. I forget we can use emojis on Zoom. That's hilarious. I don't know what to do. Okay, bye. We did it. Bye.